Today, we're taking a look at the ATEN CAMLIVE PRO dual HDMI video capture device. This little guy can take in a 4K input and put out a crystal clear 1080p resolution image. Plus, you can use it for Zoom calls, live game streaming, and for your production video needs. Plus, it comes with an awesome app that gives you a ton of options and additional features. So, let's take a look at it. Hey guys, it's Low for Low Nose, and the CAMLIVE PRO was sent to me for review purposes, so I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and opinions about this little cool device. So the ATEN CAMLIVE PRO, really cool piece of kit. What can it do for you? Well, it's got picture-in-picture, picture-by-picture. You can add Chromo Keys to it. It really is a three-step, one-person production studio. It really is. It's really simple. It's got a really cool iOS app or Android app, whatever you're into. You can actually mix and capture two different encrypted videos, like we said earlier. You can record in 4K and put out in 1080p, and that 1080p comes out really nice depending on your recording software. For this example, we'll be using OBS Studio. All right, yeah, it's really small, portable, fit in your hand, and it's got there's a lot of good things we can say about this. When we look in the back of it, it's got two HDMI inputs. It has one program output, so let's just say you want a little monitor off camera. You have something to monitor that as well. You have two analog audio inputs, so one RCA stereo left and right. So you can connect maybe like your iPhone or your tablet that may be used as a soundboard device. Maybe you want to cue up music or cue effects. Just doop, it goes directly into here and straight to your source where you're recording to, such as a live stream like that. So you can be very creative when it comes to audio. You have an XLR input in the back as well, so you can connect an XLR microphone, but we're going to talk about those things later. You also can connect USB 3.1 to it as well, and also a USB-C cord as well, so you have those high-speed options to power this little guy. And of course, this is powered by a separate power supply. Okay, now as you can see here, we've got our device here, and it's got our switcher thing in the front here. We can use right here. It kind of switches it. But you know, that's not fun. We want to use the app. So let's bring out the CAMLIVE app. We can pull this out, have our little tray. All right, and as you can see here, this is our app. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch the camera. All right, and you can see basically this is our app. And so we have video, audio settings. We have our scene settings. We have our transitions as well as effects. Okay, so we'll get into each one of them. As far as the scenes is pretty straightforward. Right, we have our scene one, which is actually our main screen. This is our camera number one. Camera number two is the camera that's actually facing our ATEN CAMLIVE. And then scene number three, it's a mixture of the two. And you can kind of see where this is going, especially when it comes to live streaming or maybe Zoom calls or whatever. You can actually get creative with these two options when using two cameras. Let's get you out of here, right? Then you can swap it up again, right? Then you've got a side-by-side vertical view of it. You've got a stack view, all right, a side-by-side widescreen view, and you've got this cross view as well. Let's take a look at the transitions. So as you've been seeing, we've been kind of fading. You can actually see the fade happening here, right? Well, we can go to a straight cut where there's no fade. It's just an immediate switch, right? Going back to the fade, we can also adjust the speed of the fade by let's go to the slowest one, and you can see how it slows down from one scene to the next. Really cool, dramatic looking fade going on there. All right, now in our effects, we have the option to have a Chroma Key. So if you want to use a Chroma Key device, you can use the green screen to actually, let's get that out of there. It's set to black. You can actually put a green screen behind you so you can Chroma Key your background out, so you can be creative that way as well. There's an auto button as well for that, and then a black, which just blacks out the screen. Yeah, okay. Now let's get into the details. Let's get a little specific when it gets to the scene section. If we go here, it gets everything out of the way, and we're looking at our scene section, right? Let's go back. If we get out, then we can see if we hit the edit button, we can see that we can actually manipulate our current scene. So let me get back here and let's go to this one right here. Okay, I feel like this might be a better example. So we've got our two things here, right? And once we press the edit button, I now can adjust the line of where the window is looking at. Get out of here. All right, so we can go left to right here, and you can see how it gets smaller or we can make this scene bigger, right? And if for some reason we're just like, oh, I don't remember what it was, well, we can just press the reset button and fix that. Maybe if we want to flip the cameras around, we can do the flip button and we just flip our cameras around. And you can just flip around and make it your own. Oops. And you can just flip it around and make it your own, but of course we can go right back to default and adjust that. So let's go back to that. Okay, where we're adjusting it. Now, what I feel is really cool, instead of messing around with the camera and just getting the right camera angle, you can actually adjust the pan and crop of the image and just get it just right to where you want it. Okay, yeah. And you can do that with various angles as well. Same thing, yeah, let's go ahead and fix that one. We can make that one bigger or lower. Right, we can flip it again. We can even rename it if we wanted to. Right? And of course we can play where the camera is looking at. So that works out really well. Let's go ahead and let's look at our audio settings. So this is our mixer as it's happening right now. Now let's talk about the audio for a second. As it is right now, I have a lavalier microphone connected directly into my camera. And as of right now, that's the best way that I found of getting an all-in-one, very simple setup with this device. So as you can see, we're recording through OBS. And through this, since my lavalier microphone is feeding to the camera, and that audio is going directly from the camera into the CamLive Pro and directly into here our monitoring with OBS. So that's how I found to get a really all-in-one quick recording solution right then and there. Now, it does have the XLR input in the back, but I've got to give you a heads up. The XLR in the back of it does not support phantom power. So if you wanted to connect a condenser microphone to the CamLive Pro, it's not going to work immediately off the bat. You're going to have to find an external power source to power the mic first and then send that signal into the device. So it's a bit of a challenge. I can tell you that the Shure SM, where is it? I can tell you that this microphone works with it, but the volume is very low, and then when you have to bring it up, you get a lot of noise. It's a dynamic microphone. It doesn't require phantom volts, but I think you've seen where I'm getting at here. If you're going to use an XLR microphone, you're going to have to find an external source to power that microphone and get that signal running into here if you want to use it properly. If not, you can just use a separate microphone that's connected directly to your computer and just kind of work out the assignments of the microphone within your recording software. But yeah, that's it. That's that right there. So yeah, so we have our mixers where you can actually mix your feed. Now settings, we have Chroma Key, like we said before, and we can actually adjust our specific color for our Chroma Key, really self-forward. We have an auto switching key where actually if you can have it auto switching, so if it detects sound, it'll switch automatically. Again, super self-contained, all within itself. Right, and you have the settings series, so you can play with that sensitivity and duration of how long that happens. Really cool, really great options. And of course, you have more options for the frame rate, resolution, USB output, border, and all that stuff. Now, I want to get back to the video, and let's go back to this section right here. You see how you have the black borders right here, or the black boxes right here? These black boxes are baked into your image, so you can't replace these black boxes with another image, just as like a cohesive background. Those black bars, or those black boxes, are just set into the image, just as the same as this one is right here. So it's just something you have to keep in mind. I reached out to ATEN, they said that's just the way it is, there's no way to do it. So just keep that in mind. Me personally, I like to stick with the 1, 2, or, just kind of keeping the cameras contained in itself. Okay, so yeah, so great for connecting cameras to this device and really getting the setup that you like. Now, on top of that, this is also a good capture device as well. So what can we do here? Well, let's connect a Nintendo Switch to it and see how it works as a capture device when it comes to that. So I'm going to disconnect camera number 2, and let's plug in our Nintendo Switch So after we connect the switch, we can see that we can use this as a really confident capture device. Again, I have my audio mixer here so I can make sure that my levels are correct. I have my video switcher here if I wanted to just switch up the camera view, which is actually pretty cool. And yeah, and the possibilities with this is just, it's very unique. Hold on, let's do this. Now let's do that. You know, the possibilities with this is super unique too, because, you know, maybe you just wanted to concentrate on just doing what you were doing. You can give the phone to like a friend, your little brother, sister, whoever, your mom, dad, and they can actually be in charge of doing those things that that you want to do and kind of make it really interesting while you just focus on your gameplay. Right? So you're recording non-HDCP protected HDMI sources, so just keep in mind when you're doing this. But yeah, you can connect your video game devices to this and get some recordings going on and use it on a live stream as well. So that's really cool. And using this for a live stream is really simple. Just go live as you were to normally do. Just pick your recording source either through YouTube, for example, directly, or using OBS. You just pick your source. Now, what I also find awesome is, all right, so let's turn this off. Yeah, and going back to the camera, let's get creative with this, right? Let's just say you're a teacher, right? And you want to do something creative, and we're all teaching over Zoom or whatever program we're using today, right? You can use you can use 2 cameras for your learning setup and let them know this is how it's done. 1 camera on me, 1 camera what's going on, and really go through how it's actually done. So I really find this really valuable, and there's a lot of resources and tools and a lot of ways you really can take advantage of this. So yeah, so that's the ATEN CamLive Pro. I'll leave links in the description down below so you can check it out, see other reviews, and actually get more details on this as well. And also check out their website on other ways you could use this device and further, you know, a little more deepers into this. But yeah, those are my thoughts, opinions on the ATEN CamLive Pro. Definitely check it out. Again, links in the description down below. And if you like videos like this, guys, well then go ahead, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. And as always, guys, learn, do, and share. I will definitely see you in the next video and review. Take care. Bye.